volume wise it's working.
My Xbox should already be linked to my Twitch, so why does it want me?
Oh, you know what would be the most helpful? If I could get this chat room to just constantly appear on my computer even when I switch browsers.
I say, as far as I know, there should be a way to do that.
Oh, I'm sure there is, but I'm dumb and lazy. Oh, that's not the deck I want.
Okay, apparently sign in, I'm gonna have to do this. I have to link my account.
3.23.
How was I not already your friend on Discord? That doesn't make any sense.
Nothing makes any sense. Oh, I don't know why Discord opened. But here we are.
There we go. Oh, okay. The broadcaster has intended that this is for mature audiences.
Yeah, it's because I say the word fuck!
Oh, I definitely need to mute this.
Ooh, what's this train to do? Flying. When during the last split you attack, one player chooses knowledge you creature card in your graveyard. Return that card to your battlefield. Alright. It's a vampire in addition to its creature type. So this train is better. It's some graveyard recursion with that. But it does eat up like an entire budget. Ooh, what's this train to do? Flying, X black black, target creature gets minus O minus X until end of turn, and Drina plus X plus O until end of turn. Ooh. That Drina can be in the deck. Drina has a lot of cards. Draina's Chosen. Tap an untapped ally you control. Put a 2/2 exile token on the battlefield tapped. That requires having 2 allies. Because she's an ally.
Do you know, Dave, if I'm trying to watch your stream, it's okay. Oh my god, this is so ridiculously obnoxious. I'm hearing the audio of both our party chat and from the Twitch.
You're gonna have to mute Twitch. So much stuff. I don't even know what
Can you still hear me, Dave?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Alright. No, I can do it this way. I'm gonna go into my phone, into your...
Well, what I can do, I mean, if you want to watch my screen, although, you know what, yeah, you but I can share my screen on Discord. I don't even know where my game is. My computer. I knew where everything was on my Blue Yeti microphone that I still haven't fixed yet.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
There we go. Alright, so what I did was I connected on my phone, so that way I can watch your stream on the Xbox. Because the problem is if I'm trying to watch your stream on the Xbox, I'm getting both our party chat and I'm hearing the audio from the Xbox.
Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. That'd be much better.
The delay on the Twitch is...
Oh yeah, it's gonna be massive.
It's intense.
Yeah. I was saying, like, you don't need to be watching unless you really want to see my screen. Like, if you really want to see my screen and not have it as delayed, I can share my screen.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, so it looks like Drana has 3 cards. Her original card, which I believe that's the one that Ryan has a deck of.
Which one's the original one?
Drana, Kalistari, Blood Chief. That originally came from the Rise of Eldrazi. Then Drana, Liberator of Malakar, is from Battle for Zendikar. And then Drana, the Last Blood Chief, is from Zendikar Rising. I've actually never seen this card.
To me, it sounds like the best version of Drana.
4/4 flying. Whenever she attacks, defending player chooses a non-legendary creature card in your graveyard. You return that card to the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on that creature is a vampire in addition to its other types.
Get some nice classic black graveyard and recursion.
Yeah, and makes the creature bigger and a vampire. So you would just... Mostly you'd need to find a way to protect Drana, either make her unblockable, indestructible, so big that nothing's gonna kill her when she attacks.
But it doesn't even say what deals combat damage. It's just attacks. So, like...
Yeah, that creature dumps onto the battlefield regardless of whether your attack gets through. You just don't want Drana to die every time, unless you do a full mono-black recursion deck, and then you can let Drana die and use your other recursion effects to bring her back.
Yeah. The other card... well, there was... Hold on, I sent them to Mason, but he left me no comments. Because... I don't know. Maybe it's just because every time I look at mono black, like, it's hard for me to get excited. But there's also... Go ahead. You're the Magic expert here.
So what Black is good at, Black believes, just as a color philosophy, in that, from a color philosophy standpoint, Black believes in doing whatever it wants to. It believes in doing what it needs to do to get ahead. So that's why black does a lot of things like sacrificing its own creatures, paying life, because it believes that those are just resources, and using those resources to advance your goals at the end of the day is what you should do. It doesn't believe in morality and holding back. That's why red-black is so incredibly aggressive and so like, you know, there are no rules. I'll just do whatever I want. But yeah, so black does a lot of that kind of effects. It's number one in recursion of creatures specifically. Green is actually better recurring all things, but black is the best at recurring creatures. It's also the best at killing creatures. A lot of effects that are just straight up destroy target creature. You know, destroy target planeswalker. I think red-black specifically has destroy target planeswalker.
Okay, I'm thinking, the more I've been thinking, like, I know I picked Liberator Malakir when I first looked through Mono Black Commanders as one that I think would fit my play style, and I think it would, because it's about attacking, it's got first strike, it wants to go wide. At least I think it should go wide. The more I sit with it, the more I think
essentially. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, the more I sit with it, the more I'm thinking I kind of want to try to mess around with some recursion commanders.
And that is the question. So, do you want to push into areas that you don't typically go? You know, learn new ways of, you know, pushing the envelope of how you play.
Yes.
You know,
yes,
you're good at building Voltron decks, tall decks that hit with big creatures. Most of your decks aren't like go wide, or most of your decks aren't combo or control.
I definitely don't want to do
particularly good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I definitely don't want to get into stacks. I just hate stacks so much, and I know that's a big thing.
Stacks is not a big thing because stacks is frowned upon by the commander community. There'll be plenty of people out there who says there's nothing wrong with playing stacks, and technically speaking, socially there isn't anything wrong with playing stacks, but just understand that if you start playing and you start playing stack effects, I will kill you to make your effects go away.
Yeah. The best form of removal is player removal, as they say.
Exactly. Destroy target player will become my number one spell.
Yeah, nothing bugs me more than when we're at a table and like one of those cards that makes me sacrifice something at the start of every one of my upkeeps is on the board. Like, that just ticks me off.
Or every time one of your creatures dies, all your opponents sacrifice a creature.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't consider that like stacks as hard, but it is 100% stacks. And again, you are going to cheat it. If it's in your deck, you have a way to abuse it, and your opponents don't have their decks are not going to be built for it unless they happen to be playing a self-sacrifice deck.
Yeah. And now I don't know
Black.
if he had to run off and do something, but I think he still has his headset in. But for Mason, can you give him the summarized version of what stacks means?
Darling Coldplay. So what stacks is essentially any deck that has effects in it that are essentially going to deny your opponent resources. The primary resources in Magic being your mana, which comes from your lands and some artifacts, and your hand, the cards in your hand. So stacks can be looked at as anything that's going to make you sacrifice your lands, sacrifice even your permanents, any permanent really, creatures, all that sort of thing. So like the classic stacks deck will make your opponents sacrifice their permanents like at the beginning of your upkeep. The reason it's called stacks is it comes from a card called Smokestack, which let me look up the exact wording for that. Smokestack. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a soot counter on Smokestack. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a permanent for each soot counter on Smokestack. Now, essentially the stack player knows, hey, I'm going to build my deck this way, so I have effects to get around this. I have things that, I'm going to play a deck that doesn't need...
They're probably going to play aristocrats where they want to sacrifice stuff, right?
Ian right now sounds like a guy giving more detail into a game he's made, especially with the music. Yes, I am actually Richard Garfield.
You know what's cool is like when you talk about a card, I have Scryfall open, so I'm just for the screen right now is just the smokestack card.
Yes, yeah, and that's the funny thing is that the copy I'm looking at is the original printing from Urza Saga, but yeah, that's from the Evolt Annihilation. Actually, no, that's not from the Evolt Annihilation art. I wonder why I don't have that art that's there. Oh, I wonder if that particular art you have is is a digital only art.
It looks like it's 2014. Whatever set came out in 2014.
The list. Oh, see, but I do have a art for the list, but it's not that one. That's weird.
Is it Vintage Masters? Is that the one it's showing the picture of? Because that's what it looks like.
It matches. Yep. Yeah, it is. It's Vintage Masters, that's an online only set, and I recently changed the settings to stop showing me online only cards because it kept showing me all the anthology cards or whatever, which is that arena only cards or whatever they are.
Also, Mason, for your future reference, the website I'm using right now is Scryfall. This is what their advanced search looks like. And if you ever just want to peruse creatures that can be a commander of a deck, you need to do the type line creature, legendary, and then down here, formats, legal, commander.
Okay, so you're looking at, you might want to do Drain of the Last Chief rather than Liberator of Malakar.
Of those Drainas, yeah, but like that Draina, I mean, I might just still do the Last Blood Chief, but if I were to try to build this deck at our Yorvo budget, for those of you that don't know, our Yorvo budget is $15. It's named after a card, Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig, which I can bring up right now, which was my first commander when a friend of ours who has vast knowledge of Magic cards, I challenged him to make me a deck with Crystal kept bugging me to get into Magic. I said, I'll play Magic if you can build me a deck for however much money I had in my wallet at the time, which was $11. And so he built me a deck of this guy for $11. Yeah, he's Torbjorn. If Torbjorn was a giant, and so Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig, is my pet. That's my favorite card.
Yeah, giant Torb.
Alright, let's look at some legendary black creatures. You know what? I should put a budget on here. Ooh, wait a minute.
Yeah, if you want to get into recursion, then probably the way you want to do that, let's go legendary creature, Oracle Text Graveyard.
There's a 1-mana Ashnod from the new Brothers War set.
Yes, Ashnod, the Flesh Mechanist, Death Touch. Whenever she attacks me, sacrifice another creature. If you do, create a tapped Power Stone token. Pay 5, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a tapped 3/3 colorless zombie. So she essentially uses your graveyard as a resource to, first by putting things there to get Power Stone tokens, and then by exiling things from the graveyard to create zombies.
So you'd want a bunch of little dorks and some token creators.
Kinda. Sacrificing another creature when you attack, you'd be able to create the Power Stones with the tokens.
Yeah.
Exiling stuff from your graveyard, it has to be actual cards. So let's see. Nezumi Grave Robber can get creatures back from your graveyard, but it's a little slow to get down. Also, technically speaking, can't be used as a commander. even though he does have a legendary side to him.
That's weird. Yeah, let's do less than $2. Let's throw that caveat on there too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Isn't it the max less than 5?
Yeah.
For
So I
Yorvo
could
budget?
do that Drainer for a Yorvo budget, but like, I just kind of want to see what my options are.
Okay.
You're getting a preview of Dave's whole process, by the way, everybody. Like, I seriously I just pick legendary creature in the colors that I kind of want to look at, because I don't have a deep knowledge of cards, so I can't immediately think of, like, what I want to do. Because I know there's a lot of people that build by, like, they know a theme and they'll be able to pick out cards that they want to do for that. But I don't have that deep knowledge. So I will literally just, like, look at just a list of legendary creatures and be like, all right, let's see what jumps out on me. Usually the first thing I look for is cool art, and then I'll read the description of the card and see if it's something I feel like I could mess around with.
Oh, you have yours in alphabetical order, don't you?
Yeah, should I not?
No, I need to change mine to set me up in alphabetical. I currently have it doing it by mana value. Sort by name. There we go.
Ooh, I really like this song it's playing right now.
Graveyard, and then I'm going to narrow it down by adding return in the Oracle text. That should give me all the things. Okay.
Oh, I just realized Miri the Cursed, because this podcast I listen to, he has a Miri Weatherlight Duelist deck, and this Miri became a vampire, just like Odric became a vampire.
Dun dun dun.
I think-
Spoiler alert, Dave. No.
Spoiler alert for a set that came out last year. Moira. Urbog Haunt. Maybe I should do Moira just because it's Moira. Deals combat damage to a player. Return to the battlefield target creature in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. That's very specific.
Oh, that's right. Because I was like, wait, there should be more options than this. But it's the
It's the budget. Yeah, exactly. Like the cards that are gonna be good at Graveyard Recursion are gonna be like higher than the budget filter I've put on.
Exactly. Let's see. Chainer, Dementia Master, Nightmare creatures get +1/+1. You can pay 3 black and 3 life. Put target creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield under your control. That creature is black and a nightmare in addition to its archetypes. If he leaves the battlefield, exile all nightmares.
Oh.
The nice thing is that's stealing cards out of other people's graveyards.
Oh, is it Capture the Flag Blitz today? That's other people's graveyards?
Mm-hmm.
Another one I want to do, but one that I could see myself trying to do is Sir Conrad.
Yeah, I will say this: if you show up with a Sir Conrad deck, people know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so that one is not recursion in and of himself. It is his effect just interacts with things going in and out of the graveyard.
Right.
But yeah, definitely.
I mean,
that's
that's
some fun stuff you can do there.
That's fine. Like if I can't get the recursion nice and tidy on the commander, like, you know, that's graveyard theme. Let's just see what some popular mono black graveyard commanders are. Let's see. Raids Arisen Nightmare. I have that card. Ashnod, Sir Conrad, Balthor the Defiled.
You sacrifice an artifact creature in Shaman Land. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice permanent. Yeah, that's stacks right there, buddy.
Which one?
The braids card.
Oh yeah. I have that card. I just happen to have that card.
Lorcain, Warlock Collector. Whenever a creature card is put in your opponent's graveyard from area, you may pay life equal to its mana value. If you do, put it on the battlefield under your control. It's a Warlock in addition to its other types. If a Warlock you control would die, exile instead. That's kind of fun. I mean, he's 7 mana to get out, but like you put a little life gain in that deck, you know, you can start doing some fun stuff there.
I think probably the most fun I'm going to have a Graveyard Recursion deck is Golgari, so maybe I should just try to find something else black to do. You know what's so funny? One of the highest salt score cards on the EDH Rec is a card I've packed like 3 different times. Almost like it was telling. Tergrid, God of Fright.
Whenever opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put the card in graveyard. But yeah, because like that's funny, the salt score. I haven't even seen that as being a thing before. But yeah, because anytime anyone like, oh, I'm gonna play my tap sack land, and you're like, cool, mine now.
Mine now. Yep. Dementia Master. You know, let's go back to Drana. Let's do Drana.
I'm trying to think what's some stuff that black does that most of the other colors don't do that you could kind of take advantage of. The big one is, I mean, black will they'll sacrifice almost anything for the sake of the win.
Mason wanted me to do Drana with vampires.
And you can. There's a lot of good vampires, and vampires already have a synergy, or some synergies of +1/+1 counters, so Drana would interact pretty well with that. I built a pretty sick red-black vampire deck back during the Zendikar Standard.
I think I'm going to do Drana the Last Blood Chief. Gonna try to navigate that price.
Let's see. She was what, like a 5-drop?
Yeah. As Commander. Also, this is EDH Rec. That's the website I'm on for this.
Yeah, when she attacks, the fan player chooses a non-legendary creature card in your war graveyard. You return that card to the battlefield with additional +1/+1 current creatures vampire addition to their types. The fun thing is, so you wouldn't even need to go vampire tribal, you could literally just go anything. And it would just turn into vampire tribal eventually.
Yeah, stuff getting out of my graveyard. And then +1/+1 counters. I think this is what I want out of a black card. But I have to get my manager's approval first. As soon as he's ready. Mason. Somebody posted, funnily enough, and it wasn't me, on EDH Rec today, was looking for people's favorite black commanders.
Yeah, dude, how many times you've talked about something in Magic, and then I see a post on the EDH subreddit, like,
yeah, I know.
within hours?
And it's not me, I swear! My Reddit username is Robocop.
No.
Right? My Reddit username is Robocop, so, like, just straight up, you know it's not me. I need your approval, Mason. I'm switching cards that I'm going to build a deck for on this stream. I sent you a different Drana before, but now I want to do this Drana. I just want to make sure you think it's cool enough still. because I seek your constant approval because my future entertainment livelihood depends upon it.
Also, Dave needs to eat.
I do like food.
So now she attacks. The fan player chooses a non-legendary creature. So you actually aren't going to want to run a lot of legendaries in that deck with it.
Alright, Mason says it looks cool enough. Yeah, you're not going to want to do a lot of legendary cards. It'll be interesting to build.
So the big thing here is you're not going to do a lot of real fast recursion. You're only going to get one recursion effect from her specifically each turn.
But here's the thing, though,
like you could run additional recursion.
That's what I'm saying.
And
that's
then
what
use stack outlets and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the key, or one of the keys you want to do with this deck, is like recur some stuff your own, and then so like they only have 2 choices to make out of your graveyard, and both choices are bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Overseer of the Damned would count.
Fly, Overseer of the Damned is a battlefield. You may destroy target creature. Whatever non-token creature the opponent controls dies, create a tap. Ooh, 7-drop. But hopefully it'll be coming out of our graveyard. So yeah, let's put them in.
And that is one of the things with recursion. Self-mill, self-discard effects, like, oh look, I have this 7-drop in my hand, cool, on turn 1, I'm going to do this thing that requires me to discard a card to get, like, mana or something, cool, and then, like, 2-3 turns later, I recur this 7-drop from my graveyard onto the battlefield without paying 7 mana for it.
Yeah. This card right here, Funeral Rites.
Mm-hmm.
Choose the battlefield, destroy a target creature an opponent controls. Oh, that's fun. Ambition's Cost, you draw 3 cards, you lose 3 life. I like that card. Yeah, so a lot of my deck building is just reading high synergy cards and saying if I like that card, then I just immediately just put it in there. Oh, and then also if I randomly remember other cards with similar effects that I like, I also just throw them in. Because, like, I like Sign in Blood a lot because it's just 2 cards, 2 life, 2 mana. Like, it's quick, nice, easy, and it's always reliable. Because, like, we love our big flashy draw spells, me, the green player. But, like, in my decks that do have a little bit of black, I do run Ambition's Cost, and I do run Sign in Blood, because there's just... No matter what, they're going to get me that... Unless somebody spends their counter spell on it, I'm going to get a nice fixed number of card draw. So I think it's good and dandy to have.
Would you like me to give you some cards to look at?
Yes, because we love looking at cards.
Bone Shards, 2 words.
Bone Shards. So just cost against a spell, sacrifice a creature. Oh my god, or discard a card, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Yes, please. 11 cents? Yes, please.
You should also look up Bone Splinters.
Bone Splinters. I already want it because of the art. This is sacrifice a creature, destroy a target creature. Okay. That'll put stuff in my graveyard. Very nice. Yeah, this is gonna be... I'm gonna appreciate the navigation here because, like, throwing stuff intentionally into my graveyard is not something I've done yet. So... It's like a playstyle I haven't done yet. Ravenous Chupacabra. I think I should put him in because he's looking at him. Look at this ugly boy. You know what? He's going in because he's a Chupacabra. If I could spell it right. Death Priest. Ooh, that's creepy. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies you control get +1/+1 at the beginning of your end step. If a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. If you do, create a skeleton. Oh, we like that.
Jennifer has awakened.
Hi, Jen.
The Twitch stream is behind the party chat. I said that, and then like half a second later, you finally was "Hi, Jen" across my TV screen. It's a solid like 7 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, that makes sense. Whoa, look at this guy. That's a lot of text. Everyone enters the battlefield. Put a number 1/1 black harpy creature tokens on flying onto the battlefield equally neutral function of black. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. I like that one. Abhorrent Overlord. Nobody's gonna want me to recur that from my graveyard.
Yeah, I'll let you find all the big nasties that nobody's gonna want you to recur. I'm gonna try to look up more of the setup pieces.
The vegetable
'Cause
cards.
that's the thing. Well, yeah, the things that you need in every deck. You need, a certain amount of removal. You need a certain amount of, like, ramp in most cases, which a lot of people will be like, oh, if you don't have green, you can't ramp. But that's not true. It just means usually your ramp looks different.
Yeah.
Now, for the most part, it's rocks. But there are other ways. They used to be in black, there was quite a few effects that was like sack a creature, gain mana, but they realized that those effects are pretty broken and very difficult to balance. So,
Damn, Mind Stone is down to 15 cents now. We can put Mind Stone in our budget decks.
yeah, if they just keep reprinting it, it's just gonna get cheaper and cheaper.
Let's see, which art is down to 15 cents though? That's the question. Dominator.
You could look up Eater of Hope. He has a sack another creature regenerate him effect, and you can sacrifice 2 other creatures to destroy target creature.
And he's only 10 cents. Yeah.
What do you want for dinner?
I was thinking maybe some delivery? Some pizza or Chinese or something?
Alright, I don't think I'm gonna pull off this deck for $15, but that's okay. Just because Draina herself is so much money. Oh, so much money. She's $3.63. Yeah. Each player sacrifices a creature, a planeswalker. Read the bronze, scry 2, then draw 2, you lose 2 life. For 3 mana, draw 2. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put in another draw spell. Because, Mason, it's always important to make sure you have card draw in your deck as much as you possibly can within your colors. Card draw and card advantage really actually is probably the better way to play it. Card advantage, because like depending on what color you are, card advantage is going to look different. Like red's going to do a lot of impulse draws where you draw and discard or throw something gets put into exile and you can play it this turn if you want. Choose
yes, which black's big card advantage is that they have the best tutors. Just straight up.
Yep. Which I will not be putting in my decks because 1, the good ones are expensive, and 2, tutoring for your combos is boring.
That's why I don't usually tutor for my combos. I usually tutor for responses. Like, oh, you played this broken ass enchantment, and I only have like one card in my deck that can deal with it. I'm gonna tutor that up and then use it against you.
Ooh, Meteor Golem. That would be a fun thing to bring back from my graveyard.
You should look up Eliminate the Competition.
I like it already. From Kaladesh. Is it additional cost? Cancel the competition. Sacrifice X creatures, destroy X target creatures. I'm on board. Okay. I'd like to get some token production.
One more card to look at. You should look at, well, actually, how expensive is this guy? Oh, he's not that bad. He'd be what price to your deck if you are shooting for Yorvo budget, but Cavalier of Night.
Oh, yes, the Cavalier of Night. I am familiar with the Cavalier of Night. When you do destroy target creature, Cavalier dies, return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah. Look at him, he's too cool to not be in my black deck. No, I'm gonna try to keep it cheap, and I'm gonna ignore Yorvo budget since we're consulting together, so it wouldn't be a Yorvo eligible deck anyways. This is just for a fun build on a stream because Mason wants to see me build a deck. Mason, if you have any questions, or if there's anything, requests or anything, please shoot it into the chat. I don't want this to be boring. Especially because when I get in a groove, I just kind of I'm like scrolling and clicking and scrolling and clicking, and I'm like, yeah, I want that, I want that, I want that.
Oh, never mind. He's like $6. It's a little expensive for Dave's taste.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I want to know. I want to see if I like the deck before I start putting $6 cards into the deck. You know?
Yeah. What we got here? Dark Salvation. Target player creates X, 2/2 black zombies, creature tokens, then up to one target creature gets -1/-1 until in turn for each zombie that player controls. That's like a double X cost spell.
This is better for this or non-artifact, non-black creature.
Ideally, because you have a recursion deck, you'd want to play something that would drop a bunch of tokens when it enters the battlefield, because then you could sack it, recur it again, and just keep going.
I do have one, but it is a big beater boy. Like, it is a high CMC. And it's a demon that makes Harpy tokens when he enters the battlefield. But it's Harpy tokens to your devotion to black. Abhorrent Overlord.
That would be perfect with what you're doing. Nested Shambler, when it dies, create X. Tapped 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens or acts as Nested Shambler's power, so you need to have a little bit of some ways to buff him.
Yeah, he's a 1/1. I'm gonna put him on the maybe board. Well, if he comes back... Well, here's the thing, though. Actually, though. Oh! If he could be somebody that...
So the thing is, when he comes back, he gets a +1/+1 counter. That makes 2. So the first time you play him, he nothing. But then when he dies, you get a 1. And then each time he dies after that, you would get 2. So it's not a lot. But...
If that's who my opponent keeps picking to come back. Which, I mean, he wouldn't be a bad... Like, if he's in there compared to something else, it's like they go for that. And I'm like, okay, I'll keep making tokens. That's fine with me. It's not a bad pick for a 10-cent card. You know what? Yeah, we're going to move you to the main board for now. Main board! like this art. Beginning the instant of the opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target main control. That might have to go in there just because I really like its art and its 4 cents. We love our cards that have cool art and keep our deck's price down in the gutter.
I was gonna say, you did say you weren't worrying about Yorvo budget, right?
No, not Yorvo budget, but still like Dave budget.
Oh, okay. So probably not a Blitter Blossom.
I mean, I don't know what a Blitter Blossom is. Let's find out together. What did you say it was? Bitter Blossom?
Yep. Bitter Blossom. BITTERBLOSSOM, all one word.
Woo! That is quite an expensive card. Beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create 1 black fairy rogue creature token with flying. Why is that so much money?
Every turn you get a 1/1 flyer for 1 life. And the big thing is in legacy formats, and back when that was in standard, that card helped shape the format. Because fairies, blue-black fairies was the most powerful deck of that time. In part because you drop that turn 2, because most of the time you probably couldn't fast that out with blue-black, but turn 2 you drop that, and then every turn after that you have a 1/1 flyer. Like you have a chump blocker, or if your opponent doesn't have any flying, you can just start picking them off over the top.
Yeah, so that's one of those cards that's more expensive for that kind of because of that format. Whereas Commander, I mean, it's still nice you get a 1/1 flying chump blocker every turn, but like you're playing with 3 other people very often.
Yeah, and that's why Commander in its own ways is a great equalizer, because it's not like one deck can just overpower. Your deck would need to be so powerful you can handle multiple opponents at once.
That's why they banned Golos.
Oh, I do agree with that. Why are you so expensive, Dave?
Oh, hey, Alex! Why am I so expensive? Because I eat too much takeout food. And I played too many video games to spend a lot of money on that. Doomed Necromancer.
There isn't a lot in black that creates a lot of tokens.
Kind of commander does he have?
He's
Black Commander?
Yeah, he's right now he's crafting his mono black deck. He's going with, I'll look it up real quick.
Dang. This human warlock is just tap it, search your library for all cards, put it into your graveyard, then shuffle. If it's an instant or sorcery card, put a +1/+1 counter on or elimination.
I didn't even know that was a card, but that's a good one.
Yeah, I kind of really like his art. Thanks for popping in, Alex. I always appreciate it whenever you can pop in. Yeah, I'll be starting a new series soon. This is just a special stream for our special Mason. He wanted to see me build a magic deck. And, you know, I wanted to eat food tonight, so I gotta do what Mason wants.
Here you go, Dave. Ghoulish Procession.
I'm in.
Whenever one or more non-token creatures die, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. This ability triggers only once each turn, but it can trigger on your opponent's turn. And as long as you're sacrificing or being aggressive and attacking on your turn, there's a pretty good chance that on your turn something's going to die, giving you some fodder as well.
Yeah, we like fodder. It was a family reunion to die for. Nice flavor text. Ulamog's Crusher. Annihilator to you. Ulamog's Crusher attacks each combat I'm able to. I just don't want to play that. I don't like Eldrazi. Hot take. I just don't like... Well, one, it's not my aesthetic. The Eldritch Horror. It's not my thing. And then...
Not a big Cthulhu guy?
No. No. You know, does nothing for me. But then, like, the mechanics of all the Eldrazi, like, Annihilator and all that, and then the Ulamog that's like, exile the 20 cards, top 20 cards of your deck. Like, that's not very cool.
An Annihilator just feels bad. Like, especially when you, like, in the circumstance where you, like, tricked out into play early, and they're like, oh, I'm swinging you, and you have to sacrifice 2 permanents. So it's like, I have 1 creature and a bunch of lands. Well...
Bye-bye land! Yeah,
sucks to suck.
I was in a game when Annihilator hit the board, and I was just there sacrificing lands. Create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token. Draw a card, you lose 1 life. Exile target player's graveyard. Ooh. Attacks target creature card from dies, put all cards exiled it with it onto the battlefield. There we go. There's some graveyard recursion. Underworld Sentinel. Ooh, I was about to like this card, and then I saw it's 8 mana. Zombie Merfolk. We'll mill 2 cards, gain 2 life. Whenever a player casts a spell, if you do... Ooh, this card would get me... That's 6 mana, though. This card would eventually get me 5 zombie tokens, so... New Scraff Mob. Dies.
Yeah, black just doesn't have a lot of good token creation. Most of their tokens are either zombies or they're big.
Yeah, this will cost 2 less gas. Ah, yes, the Price of Fame. I like that card. We're putting that card in. Cost 2 less if it targets a legendary creature. Destroy target creatures. Surveil 2. Just cause against the sport, sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Draw 2 cards. Ooh! That's a good draw spell. At least I think it is for what we're trying to do. Yeah, that's what my struggle was when I was trying to build the deck for the other Draena, was like, I'm not finding really good token creations here.
Well, think about it. The other thing you could do with this deck, Dave, is, you know, your opponent gets to choose what comes out of your graveyard. So, you know, you could even put in a little bit of self-graveyard exile type effects to like, essentially force them to choose the things you want. Because you want it to be controlled, for sure. You don't want to just be throwing stuff away, but...
Right. How about this card? Mill 3 cards, then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And then I'm also gonna get this one. Eat to Extinction. Target creature. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Look at the top card of your library. You can put that card into your graveyard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the hope is that I have a very controlled graveyard. Ooh, Tragic Slip. Target creature gets -1 until end of turn. That creature gets -13 until end of turn. Instead, if a creature died this turn. Ooh, you know what? You know what? You know what? I just realized that one cost Ashnod has some graveyard control to it. I mean, it's 5 mana, but I can exile something I don't want my opponent to pick to get a token. If I have 5 mana.
This is then more sacrifice fodder for you.
Yeah. And if I have my commander on the field, I have 5 mana. So, like, I'd be able to activate that ability.
That is true.
Ashnod's Altar. Did that get a print in Brothers War? Yeah, it did. I like that Ashnod had cards referring to her, but she didn't have a card until the Brothers War set.
Yeah, they did that they've done that a few times. Like, they would reference people, but not actually give them cards back in the day. So then when they came back to sets, that's how Gisa and Geralf were. They were flavor text on a bunch of cards, and people were like, these people sound cool. I want to see their actual card. And it's like, oh, they don't have one. So then the next time they went to Innistrad, they gave them a card. Actually, I think before that, they showed up in a Commander product, and then the next time they went to Innistrad, they got a card.
Yeah, now they're like, they're a Commander, they pre-con or something. Ooh, Defile, that will be a good piece of removal. Feed the swarm. Alright, Ian. I'm actually starting to get a little excited about a mono black deck now.
Getting there.
I'm getting there. This is a big challenge for me. This is my least used color, and like every time I've tried to look at mono black commanders, I haven't been very excited to play their playstyle, but I think I found the one I want. Right here. Drawn of the Last Blood Chief. What do you know about her in the lore? You fill in our viewers here if you know it.
On Zendikar, the different vampire clans are run by a blood chief. They are like the head vampire of that region. If I remember correctly, she's the Celestia clan, which I believe are from Malachor. Later on, when the Eldrazi are there wreaking havoc, she ends up leading the vampires of that region to try to free herself, or like to free themselves. I have not kept up on the story in more recent time, like since the last time they returned to Zendikar. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. So that would be the newest version of the card you have. But the fact that she's the last Blood Chief implies to me that literally there's only one vampire clan and she leads it.
Yeah. Well, good for her. Also, you know what? I did as you can see, I did a cardinal sin of deck building.
What is that?
Yeah. What is this song? Here. Here. I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, ads, baby. So, Mason, I broke a cardinal sin of deck building, according to Tryhards and Lanos. I didn't start with my mana base.
Oh, in a monocolor deck, your mana base is going to be, you know, like 25 to 30 swamps plus, you know, whatever.
Plus, like, a few utility lands.
Yeah, a few utility lands. And the funny thing is, like, Urborg, the thing that turns everything into a swamp, not really useful. You know, you already have a bajillion swamps anyways.
Plus, it's super expensive.
Yeah, no, for sure. So.
You know what I am putting in this deck, though? Just because I feel like I have to?
What is that, Dave?
The Jukabog.
Yeah, just exiling everyone's graveyard can be useful. Is it everybody's or just
target players?
Okay, yeah. Which I'm gonna hop on Overwatch 2 while we're talking, because again, I am on a quest to get to the end of this battle pass. Oh, vicious dog, my little vicious Navi.
Ooh, Greed. Greed is one of my favorite enchantments.
Which one?
Greed. Pay 2 life, draw. Pay 1 black, pay 2 life, draw a card.
Nice.
I actually used that to search for an answer and win a game when somebody was swinging Lethal.
Did you see this skin last night?
I did.
The honeybee skin?
Yeah. Oh, nice, man. I went to bed around 4 because I tried sleeping on the couch and I just couldn't fall asleep and I was starting to get a really bad headache.
Nope. Yeah, CTF Blitz, Hybrid Maps, Team Deathmatch, Bounty Hunter, Low Graph. I'm sorry, Dave, what was you were saying?
I didn't say anything.
Lies! Dave's always saying something.
I was just judging you. For abandoning me!
Abandoned me.
Wand of Vertebrae. Is that one for shuffle 5 target cards in your graveyard to your library?
What?
Yeah.
And she's still here?
I
have it. Okay, Google, what's the temperature outside? In Garden City, it's currently 37 degrees.
These 3 banners, but this up the top 4 cards of your library in your graveyard. You may choose feature card in your graveyard. If you do, return it to the battlefield with additional +1/+1. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. And when you eventually look to it, there's a lot of cards that give you the effect of sacrifice one of your creatures to destroy one of your opponents. You're going to have some top tier creature removal at your disposal.
Good.
Like a crystal? Or do you want me to take it over?
That's fine, you can take it over. Yeah, I'm not Glory Hog. No, I'm the one who found it. I want the credit.
Alright, how's my...
There, I might pick up McDonald's for you.
Ooh,
Okay,
Codex
yeah, just let me
Shredder
know.
looks cool, he says. I don't remember seeing that, so let's look it up.
Codex Shredder, tap, discard a card. No, mill a card, And then what, you can sacrifice it to return a card from your graveyard to the battlefield?
To your
Or
hand.
to your hand?
Yep. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, it's mill.
So I know that card. Just off rip. Yep. Why is this game so loud? Oh, it's not. It's only a volume 8.
Gotta have victimize if I want to control which cards are in my graveyard for recursion, and plus it's recursion itself.
That it is.
Yes, Mason, I will be home for the rest of the night. So we can play games whenever you want to play games, buddy. Alright, let's do a quick analysis here. Let's see how many cards of my 100 I'm at, because I threw in 30 swamps and then probably going to grab some utility lands to go with it. So I'm at 66 cards. I'm at $25.96, which includes $11 of land, allegedly. $11.40 of swamp, which means I'm at $14. So there'd be like no way I could get this done for Yorvo budget, as it currently sits. I'd have to make some painful cuts. But I should be able to keep this dollar, not including the basic lands, because I already own those, to about $20 easily. Easily. Let's see, Mason says, go to the 2-hour mark, or if I get 100 cards that I'm happy with. You got it, Chief. It's usually pretty easy for me to get to 100 cards I like when I'm building a deck. The hard part comes when I have to make cuts, because then I'm like, oh. Because I like get to 100 cards that I like, and then I'm like, I forgot card draw, or like, I forgot removal. And so then like I have to add in some removal and card draw, and then I have to start making the painful cuts. Because EDH Rec knows my weakness. They put the creature cards first before you see all that useful stuff. And I just like creatures. I'm such a green player, man. I'm just like, I like creatures. Read the Oblivion card. Okay, hold on. I didn't see where it was, so let's...
You would be called what's referred to as a Timmy, which some people would level that at you as an insult, but it's really not. It's more about, like, the things that excite you as a Magic player are, like, big splashy effects, and there's really nothing wrong with that.
It was in the instance. Okay. Whoops.
And big splashy creatures count as big splashy effects.
Yeah. Oblivion's Hunger. Target creature control gets indestructible to end your turn. Draw a card if that creature has +1/+1 counter on it. Ooh, that's good. That's an instant speed protection right there. Mason! Did you just send me a quinceanera gift?
My teammates just pulled their heads out of their butts. A quinceanera?
Yeah, I just got a text from DoorDash saying that Mason sent me a gift, a DoorDash gift. And then it says Feliz Quinceanera on it. Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice pick I just got. Pop their May with a headshot. Alright, fire my ult. Oh, the friggin' Orisa got behind us.
He wants to. He's proving live on stream that he lets me eat food.
It's all a lie, people. He's doing it just for the feel goods. No. Here, he's gotta feel so bad about that. Oh my god, Jen. I'm 10-2 as a Kiriko, and I still have more healing than my other healer.
And you have the most consistent.
No, there's somebody with 11, but they had
Mason,
a
are
player
you
quit
sending-
because we were brutalizing him.
Are you sending me a pineapple pizza?
Oh, don't do that. Don't send Dave a pineapple pizza.
Only send.
No, if he's not gonna eat it, don't waste food.
Only send Dave pizzas.
I know Jen would send you a pineapple pizza. Oh, why did my teammate take Kiriko? What a shitbag.
Mason is sending me a pineapple pizza.
I'm really ticked off at my fucking teammate. They took fucking Kiriko from me. Fine, they get a break then.
Actually, I probably don't even need to put murderer in there. But I am going to put Dark Ritual because I just recently discovered I have a copy of the card. I'd have to try to find it again. Whew! God, man.
You just have Dark Ritual?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good card.
Oh, it has one of the Strixhaven Japanese cards. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, is that why you said Mo sold me out on the note? Okay. It's got pineapple, bacon, and Canadian bacon on it. No, Mason. I'm gonna eat your favorite pizza. I'm gonna eat it on stream, and I'm going to give you my review of your pineapple pizza on stream.
Oh, Dave does food reviews now too?
Oh, I'm going all in on this bit. If Mo and Mason are gonna send me pineapple pizzas, I'm gonna review it on stream. And I'm gonna be open and honest.
Oh.
If it changes my view and my opinion, I'll be open about that. If I find it vile and disgusting, I'll be open about that too. I will say this though, lately, just in within the last couple months, I've been finding myself eating pineapple and enjoying it. I used to be really big into only pineapple juice, not really that big into pineapple. But lately I've had some pineapple and I'm like, this is pretty good. Oh, you ordered from Papa John's? I mean, it would have defeated the purpose of the prank, but I would have told you to order from Cottage Inn. Upkeep each player. Dude, no one will do that. That's first strike. Second, remove all counters from target permanent. Enters the battlefield. You return target creature card from your hand. Bloodthrow Vampire. Sacrifice a creature will have another turn. Okay. Papa John's had a coupon. Ah, fair enough. Usually on the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature. Flying when Butcher of Malachir. His verdict is always guilty. His sentence is always death. Or another creature dies. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Oof. Crow of Dark Tidings with Battlefield. It dies. Mill 2 cards. Sacrifice a creature. Scry 1. There's swamp. There's battlefield that you control. Choose 1. Draw a card. Lose a life. Is there any target? You gain 2 life. Oh, that's neat. Sacrificer, fly, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you may gain 3 life. When an opponent discards a card, you may gain 3 life. Oh, I like that. I might just straight up do like a search of black creatures to just find stuff that's cool. Ooh, I might put. You know what? I've already said I'm not gonna keep it Euro budget, and I have 2 copies of this card, so I'm gonna. Don't tell Ian, but I'm gonna put Sar Conrad in the deck. He's gonna be big in this deck. Like he would be a big part of this card's 99 because he pings people. Oh no, Ian's back.
Yep, I'm back. I think I'm gonna switch back over to the Xbox for the Discord.
Oh, you're gonna abandon me again, huh?
No, I'm gonna join you.
I was just talking about a card that, since I don't care about Euro budget, but keeping it relatively cheap, I'm gonna put a card into this deck because I already own 2 copies of it.
Which card?
Sir Conrad the Grim.
Mm-hmm. Might as well in a recursion deck, even if you aren't going to completely break them.
Right. Just do some picking.
Yeah, exactly.
What are some of the classic recursion cards? I'm just curious how much they cost. Classic, get yourself out of the graveyard cards. Obviously there's Reanimate, but that's expensive. I'm gonna assume all of them are expensive because of how powerful they are.
That's gonna be a big, gonna be expensive. Okay, why? Oh, kind of every couple of seconds.
I don't know. I don't know why you are cutting out every couple of seconds. Do you have the time? How much fun I'm gonna have playing this deck, but I'm certainly very interested in building it. Alright, how many creatures am I at now in my analysis? 19. Wow. Usually by now I'm like at 30 creatures and like, oh, I have to cut stuff. Bye, Ian. Hi, Ian.
Hi there. I had to join back on my phone again because I was getting some weird cutout and lag on the Xbox.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, it really was.
Tortured existence enchantment. Pay 1 black, choose and discard a creature card. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. $3.67 for an old card that's pretty good. Ah, the reassembling skeleton.
Classic. Card just comes back from the graveyard time and time again.
Gravecrawler.
May is so bad.
Whenever blood artist or another creature target player, no creature dies, or whatever rule line you game with.
As much as we wrecked in the last game, I'm getting destroyed in this game. And out healing my Baptiste.
Oh, whenever one or more creatures leave your graveyard, create a tap 2/2 black zombie creature token. Tormund the Desecrator.
It could be pretty useful.
Yeah. If I could spell his name right. I've seen a lot of people talk about this card lately. Torment of Hailfire. Repeat the following process X times. Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. Apparently that is very much a I win the game card.
You're at full health, bro. The Genji's doing a very Genji thing and begging for healing constantly.
Oh, Genjis.
Like, and the funny thing is when he was begging for healing while he was at full health. Like, you're 4-4, bro, and you've done less damage than anyone else on the team.
I should probably keep talking and streaming.
Yeah, you get in the groove. That's literally what I was just doing. But yeah, the big thing for me is just like you gotta find the right balance with the deck. You know, like you gotta find a good mix of classic cards that you definitely need. You know, like your just staples of any deck kind of situation.
Your veggies.
Yeah, you gotta have them, or else your deck is just not gonna function properly. Yeah, eventually had to switch to Lucio because my other healers just wasn't holding up his end. But anyways, yeah. So how many cards are you at now? Like 40 something?
Oh, well past 40.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you had 30 lands.
Yeah,
So.
I'm 74. I might put Stitcher's Supplier in. It's $3.40, but I just got one in a Jumpstart pack, so I have the anime art for it.
Nice.
So I might just put this on the card list. I like that Balthor. That random dwarf that led me to finding Cold Eyes. Has a zombie card that is apparently very good and popular.
Oh, perfect. Our Ramattra just used his ult.
Ooh, should I put Egan, God of Death, in this deck? Death Touch at the beginning, 3-drop, Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. If you can't, sacrifice Egan and draw a card.
Seems pretty good. The one thing is if you ever run out of cards, then you gotta get rid of them.
Yeah, but that's okay, because I'm also thinking, like, that could be a guy I could sacrifice myself, and then he's one of the things in my graveyard that keeps coming back.
Yeah, you just need a sack out on board for it.
I think I have some sack outlets. Some, but I don't know how many I have. I think Ashnod has the 1 mana drop. Ashnod is a sack outlet.
Yeah, she is a sack outlet.
Mason said yes, I should put the Egan God of Death somewhere in this massive pile of cards that is surrounding me right now that you guys can't see. Is a copy of Egan God of Death, so I do own that card.
It helps adding cards that you already own, because it's just like less cards that you have to add to your collection in the long run.
Right. I should show off Dreadhorde General. See this card, Mason? $24. I packed it. Although I don't know if this is actually if I have the $24 version. But yeah. I do remember actually playing it around with Brandon, and he had Dreadhorde General on it, and then we all basically like took a tactical nuke to it. And it was like, and we were basically like, what do you expect?
Oh yeah.
Dreadhorde General is gross. Like, if that gets to 9, oof. Each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest.
Yeah, it's super gross.
My pizza is waiting? Well, they haven't risen by buzzer. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, Mason, you sent me that picture of chat. That's not showing up for me.
Oh, that's not good.
It does when I go to my Streamlabs, though. Just not the Twitch app, apparently. So, yeah. Basically, it's so random, though. Like, so, Mason, these are the chats I got from you. I have Be Right Back. Then I have Yes. So I didn't see you ask Ian if Ian likes pineapple on his pizza. I didn't you say...
Which answers yes.
Yeah. And I also didn't even see you say God of Death badass. Dude. The Twitch app is so annoying. The mobile Twitch app is just brutally bad. Alright, Mason, is there a way from Streamlabs to just have my chat on my own screen the whole time? No matter what tab I'm in? Also, here is my Papa John's pizza with bacon, Canadian bacon, and pineapple. There is, but I don't know.
Oh my god, get friggin' behind them, Junkrat. Jesus. Alright, there we go. The Ramontra's finally fucking dead. And then I get God. I can't do anything for you, Cassidy.
Hold on, I'm getting myself a drink. Alright. Here we go. Pineapple, bacon, pizza.
Now, have you had pineapple pizza before, Dave?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
It's been a very, very long time. I don't know if I got any pineapple on that bite. I just got bacon.
It's delicious.
Ooh, nope.
Is it the sweet? You don't like sweet on your pizza?
No, I don't. It's just... Nah. Yeah. It's not for me. We tried, Mason. It's just like an explosion of juice that I'm like, that I don't find pleasant when I'm eating a pizza. I did, Mason. I did try. I'm not gonna waste food, Mason. I'm eating it still.
Begrudgingly.
I'm hungry.
Me as well, hence why I'm currently eating one of my favorites I haven't had in a long time. Peanut butter on buttered popcorn rice cakes.
Peanut butter on what?
Buttered popcorn rice cakes.
Peanut butter on rice cakes, huh?
Yep. Specifically the buttered popcorn flavor, which I haven't found in a long time, but the Heartland Market over here in Garden City, where that might technically be Westland, has them. We just found it the other day. One more and I'll probably put these away.
Ew, what's this thing? Dreadhound. Mill 3 cards. Whenever a creature dies or a creature card is put in the graveyard from a library. From a library. Each opponent receives one life. That's probably in a Sir Conrad deck. Maybe
You
you're
have
up
any
to
idea how much removal you have in that deck, Dave?
No. Let's see, I've got bone shards, bone splinters, eliminate the competition. I have murder, currently is on the list. Tragic slip.
Classic.
Eat
Alright,
into
you're
extinction. Defile.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's at least 5 pure like targeted kill effects.
Yeah. Alright, now it's time to put 12 board wipes. Mason, when I come down to your state, I'll still try the pineapple pizza from your favorite joint. Mason, if it brings you serotonin, I'm glad that it brought you serotonin. Because it's bringing me serotonin because I'm eating pizza.
Let's see, Bantu's Last Reckoning could be good.
Bantus. Oh yeah, I'm willing to try it, man. How do you spell Bantu?
Bontu.
Oh, that's an O. Okay. Bantu's Last Reckoning. Oh, this guy looks like a crocodile. Destroy all creatures. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. Oh, wow. Oof. But it does only cost 3 mana to do this board wipe. So it's not like it's not like a lot of lands are not untapping, you know?
True, or if you have like 8 mana, tap it all. Drop Bantu, destroy everything. With the remaining 5, you cast your general. If you haven't already cast her already. And then go in, swinging on your next turn. And you get to bring back something.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, you're right. That's a good play right there.
It's better in a deck that has its own way to untap its lands, which is pretty strictly a green thing.
I can think of a deck that does that and has black in it.
Your turtle deck.
No.
Which one?
Winter is coming.
Oh, yep, Yorn.
Yeah, slap some indestructible protection on Yorn before it happens, which is easy to do, and then cast it, and then have him swing on the next turn, and he'll have his shit.
So, are you planning on going wide with this deck?
No.
I'm gonna say, look at Deadly Tempest then.
I mean, I want some tokens because there's like some token creation just to have some like sack outlets if I don't want to sacrifice something actually good on my board.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. See, I normally hate board wipes, but if it's a board wipe that could win the game, that I'm cool with. Mason, you're a good human being, and I am glad that this brought you serotonin. And I am glad to be eating pizza right now. Alright, I need some... Ian, do you have a favorite black creature? Just like a black pet card.
Oh, you know what? No, it's even more fun. He's a vampire. Hold on. Oh, what is this guy's name? Let me find him real quick for you.
Yep.
He's a fun one. He's a little expensive to get out, but then if you can keep him going, he's like a fun pet card. Look up Skeletal Vampire. I completely forgot about this guy too, but this is a guy that can get you tokens.
Battlefield, create 2 black bat creature tokens, sacrifice a bat, create 2 black. Wow, sacrifice a bat, regenerates. I like that. That's a cool little pet card.
Yeah, that's a fun little card. I've had a copy of him rolling around, and he constantly finds his way into my decks. Now, he doesn't always stay there long, because he's just kind of a weird pet card, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the best kind of pet cards. Kind of like how I'll never take the owl bear out of your vote, no matter how much I tune up that deck.
And relax uninterrupted.
Yeah.
I'll never take out the owl bear.
On us.
Mason, I'm going to show you what an owl bear is.
You should also look at, oh, he's kind of expensive. I'm gonna say he's like $5, but Vampire Nocturnus. You play with the top card of your library revealed as long as top card of your library is black. Vampire Nocturnus and other vampire creatures you control get +2/+1 and have flying.
Damn. I almost finished this whole pizza. Mid. First. Did I put the Hex Mage in here?
What, Vampire Hex Mage?
Yeah.
Oh damn, she's only $23? Or not $23, 23 cents? Oh, she's been reprinted a whole bunch. She was up to like $3 or $4 at one point. Yeah, the reprint in Double Masters really helped her.
Yeah, it's 22 cents the Double Masters one.
Yep. Yeah, the fun thing with that, First Strike, Sacrifice, Vampire, X-Mage, remove all counters from target permanent was put in as a way to counteract Planeswalkers, but it almost felt like there was a couple interactions they missed. If you do put her in there, I wonder how much this card would cost. I have to look up it's a colorless card technically.
Ooh, colorless card.
Oh damn, it's fucking like $13 now. Holy shit.
Oh, is it Merit Lage's Slumber?
Oh, actually no. This card's only like $6. It was just the version I was looking at. Dark Depths.
Yeah, Dark Depths.
10 ice counters on it. Pay 3, remove an ice counter from Dark Depths. When Dark Depths has no ice counters on it, sacrifice it. If you do, create Merit Lage, a legendary 2020 black avatar creature token with flying and indestructible.
Which printing of it do you see is $6?
The Dominaria Remastered.
Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Because like...
Yeah, most of them are like $15.
Yeah.
Dude, that makes me want to grab this one version real quick while I still can.
Yeah, before it jumps up in price again.
Yeah. Because I think I do have a copy of this card. I want to say I have a copy from Cold Snap, which is like $22. But I like this extended art version.
How much is the extended art one?
$6.32.
Text me the link.
Oh, that's just a picture of it.
Yeah, I have the other way to make Merit Lage in my snow deck. Which is an enchantment.
Ooh.
A blue enchantment.
Current price point, market price, yeah, 608. When I looked it up on TCG Player though, to buy a this is a near mint foil. It would be like $16.
Yeah.
On near mint foil. Yeah, here, I'll send you this link.
I might have to pick it up. Just like how I picked up Lubu.
Lubu.
Mason, I hope this stream has been fun for you. I feel like I've been a little dull.
I think it gives you insight into a world most people don't see, which is, you know, the building of Magic decks. I mean, there probably actually is a pretty big arena presence of Magic the Gathering, you know?
Yeah, probably. He says the music and card watching is fun. Oh,
Nice.
oh speaking of music, this might be... Oh, nope, it auto-played to something else already. Ooh. The art on this music video right here, if that was a Magic card, I'd want that as my commander.
See, now you're gonna make me switch back over to your Twitch there, Dave.
That was my plan all along. Okay.
I think I missed it. Go back to the music video.
Alright, gotta do an analysis. I only have 31 lands listed right now, so I probably need to put in some more lands.
How many lands do you usually run a deck?
I use 36 is a number I like, but I'm so bad at actually updating my decks, my deck list, that I'm pretty sure like Traxxas and Yorvo run less than that. Usually, well, I like to start around 38, and then I usually end up at like 36, and then really depends like on the deck though. Like, I feel like you can get away with less, not like drastically less, but you can get away with less lands when you're playing like monocolor or low converted mana cost. Because like if you're monocolor, it's like yes, you still need your lands to do the stuff, but also you don't have to color fix.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like
that's the one thing is, you know, rocks become pretty potent. But like you can't use any of the rocks that, like, you can't use signets or lockets or any of those kinds of things. You have to use the ones that are just make either mana of any color, which most of those cost at least 3, or there's a couple things. Actually, I bet this one's pretty cheap now that I think about it.
They did a good job recently with releasing some 3-drop mana rocks that have like good other effects with it. Which I think is good for the game, so that we're all not just like... Oh my god, there's an ad going on right now. Mason's been yelling at me about ad blocker again.
Yeah, you definitely would, you know, want that card.
Which one?
The one you were just looking at.
Oh, yeah.
Costs less.
You know, I probably want to do a Swiftfoot Boots, because, you know, I do want my commander to... You know, let's throw in... Here, Mason, you're about to see some Dave's staple cards, because while I'm not doing a Voltron deck, I do want my commander to not die, and also, like, attack with some potency. So, we're going to add some of my favorite artifacts to this deck.
You'll want to add a jet medallion to the deck, just so you know.
Jet medallion?
Oh, wait, never mind. That card costs a fortune.
I was gonna say, the $40 medallion?
Shit. Yeah, put that in the deck, Dave.
Yeah, I'll get right on it.
Yeah, you said no budget. No.
That's not what I said. I said no Yorvo budget, but I'm keeping it to a budget.
Okay,
if I owned a jet medallion already, like by packing one, because that'd be the only way I'd have one, I would put it in the pack.
Oh, Bantu's Monument is already $435. Sheesh.
It's one of the more popular. That might be the most expensive of the monuments then. Because I know the green one isn't very expensive. The blue one is not expensive at all because it kind of sucks.
The blue one's cheap. The white one, the green one's $1.25. The white one's $2.81. The blue one's 25 cents.
Yeah, the blue one sucks.
The red one's 40 cents.
Yeah, and the black one's $4. Whenever you cast a creature spell, your opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. I have a copy of Bantu God Eternal, but I already have a deck picked out for it to go into.
What's your go-to McDonald's order, Dave?
Plain double cheeseburger. And then just fries and lemonade or Coke. Quick, dirty, and cheap.
Double quarter pounder with cheese, no onions. I usually get the meal with Coke. Yeah, so you know Crystal's new Mountain Dew that she likes so much, Dave?
No, I haven't kept up with her Mountain Dews.
So the new one that's out is called Pitch Black. It's this like citrus one or whatever. though I think all the Mountain Dews are pretty citrusy. But she apparently really likes it. She went to some stores around here, had a hard time finding it in 12 packs because she likes cans. And then she found it at the Spartan store, the Harlem Market. But so she bought some there. We stopped by there the other day and looked to look and see if they had it, which they didn't.
Yeah, because Crystal probably bought it all.
Yeah. Hey, Havana's back. It's been a minute since I played this map. But anyway, so then I happened to stop at a Speedway gas station the other day.
Yeah.
And they had 2 12 packs.
Did you pick them up for Crystal?
Yep, that I did.
Oh, you guys are so nice.
Oh, what a great people we are.
Alright, I'm close to the 2-hour mark, but I'm also 20 cards away, so like I kinda wanna finish this. I just put Bantu the Glorified into the deck. $1.57, so I'm really splurging. Kinda wanna keep everything cheaper or cheaper than that from here on out, unless it's really cool. But Menace, Indestructible, Bantu the Glorified can't attack or block unless a creature died under your control this turn. But I can pay 1 and a black to sacrifice another creature. Scry 1. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. He's 4/6, Menace, Indestructible, and 3 mana.
Yeah,
And
Bantu's great.
And a sack outlet. Yeah. I have Bantu God Eternal, but that's going into a deck that I'm building for Mason. Because I packed that. Which is enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of other permanents, then draw them many cards. God Eternal dies or is put into exile from the battlefield. You may put it in its owner's library, 3rd from the top. Like, that's sick. I'm putting it into his Guillaume Master Chef deck. Okay, but Dave, you're going to see some of Dave's favorite cards here in a second. Alright, now I just have to remind ourselves what my Jorana comes with. Flying. Okay, so she doesn't have... So here's one card I really like putting on into my decks for when I have a commander that I really want to keep alive. It's not ideal. Usually artifacts you want to see like pay 2, equip 2. This is pay 2, equip 3. But Mask of Avacyn provides hexproof, and we like hexproof.
Yes, we do.
Which is also why Dave will also put the Mirror Shield into his decks that he has commanders that he wants to keep alive, which is pay 2, equip 2, and equipped creature gets +0/+2 and hexproof, and then also has the added bonus of if it blocks or is blocked by a creature with Death Touch, it destroys the other creature. So before damage is even applied, it destroys the Death Touch creature. And now, this is just a fun one. A very fun one. Our commander comes with flying evasion, so we don't have to put in Dave's staple cards of like Wings of Hubris, which is just a fun way to give your commander flying and then fling them. But this card is just a favorite card of mine because it's real good.
It's more than just a meal.
Oh, advertisements. And that card is the Prowler's Helm. Equipped creature can't be blocked except by walls. And nobody plays walls except for people that play Arcades the Strategist.
Legit. Walls never get used for anything.
Nope. And here is another one. Another artifact. I don't want to do too many artifacts because it's not really the purpose of this deck. But these are Dave pet cards, basically. This one right here is a pay 1, equip 3. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has Vigilance and Trample. The Team Pennant. I love slapping Trample onto my commanders. And if you want to know what any of those keywords mean, I'll tell you right now. So, Vigilance means it doesn't tap when it attacks. so it's available to block. Trample means if something blocks it, the excess damage, like if something blocks for 1 and I'm dealing 3 damage, that 2 that's excess will go directly to the player of the, so it goes through. Which, when a commander's doing it, that's nice. We want that. We want our commanders to have trample. Hexproof, from before. Hexproof means the creature with hexproof can't be the target of spells your opponents control. So they can't target it for a single removal or any other shenanigans they want to do. They have to find another way to take it out. And those are
which is always fun.
Yep. Board wipes usually. And those are some fun artifacts that are Dave's staples in any deck that has a commander that wants to attack. If I felt like splurging for this, or if this was really gonna be a Voltron commander damage deck, this card right here that I'm gonna bring up on screen, I'm gonna bring up the cooler art for it too. This is also another one. I have this art style, but obviously I don't have this printing of the card because I would never pay $38.69 for it. There was some other printing that has the same art style that doesn't cost that much. The Whisper Silk Cloak. Equipped creature is unblockable and has Shroud. Shroud means it can't be the target of anything. Your spells or your opponent's spells. It just cannot be targeted. So everybody
super fun. Everyone's like, oh, we gotta kill that, and then you're just like, nope, you can't. Can't target it.
Yeah. Everybody loves when I get the Whisper Silk Cloak. They definitely don't groan when it hits the field every time I play.
Yeah. I remember playing that card back in the day, before it was even like it had been reprinted a whole bunch and stuff.
I just threw in Swiftfoot Boots because that's another card that gives hexproof to our commanders and it gives haste. But I just was going through some cards and realized that I have like 3 unused copies of Swiftfoot Boots, which thank you, reprints. There was one more card I was going to throw in that's a favorite of mine, but I already forgot what it was.
The Brig on my team is super annoying.
This is a great card that's a favorite of mine, and I think it's gonna do some pretty good work in our deck by getting stuff in our graveyard that we want in our graveyard. Key to the City. Because you tap it, and discard a card, and up to 1 target creature can't be blocked this turn. And this is a deck that actually wants some stuff in its graveyard. So Key to the City is going to be key to this deck. God, I'm so funny. Alright, where does that put us at? 86 cards! We're almost there! I still need some more lands, so let's look at this list here for utility lands so that we can get an idea. I could do a classic Rogue's Passage. Yeah,
oh my god.
Why not?
Yeah, Rogue's Passage is good. I mean, the big thing is you're not going super Voltron-y. You know, so most of those utility pieces are going to be more about keeping your guy alive.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're getting some fucking kills.
Temple of the False God is a false card. I don't know why it keeps showing up as like recommended land. I personally think Temple of the False God sucks.
It's actually pretty good. It's a staple.
I don't think it should be. Because like unless you already have 5 lands on the field, it's a dead land.
It is, but again, that's, you know, in reality, most decks aren't going to be off land drops, you know, that early in the game.
They shouldn't be, but it happens.
Yeah, it does.
Let's see.
Temple of the False Guy is good. One of the things it's best for is one of the things it's best for is just oh, that's funny. My brig was talking shit about the other team, and the tank on my team is like, shut up, bro. Like, but anyways, the big thing is like Temple of the False God. Yeah, it's dead card early, but like, think of how many games have you played where you didn't get to 5 mana?
Riding the bike, running on the treadmill. I would guess that.
And at the point it does get to 5 mana, that's as good as a Soul Ring.
10 pounds. You lost me. That's
Nah.
insane.
If I had lost right at 30 pounds, my jeans were falling off.
I mean,
I
I shouldn't
wouldn't-
say as good as a Soul Ring.
I mean-
Soul Ring gets progressively worse as the game goes on. Temple of the False God, like, once you get to 5 lands, is just equally as good. Like, and if you drop it late, it's a double land. Compared to, like, paying 1 for a Soul Ring late is, you know, not as valuable.
Okay, but if you
Then
compare,
paying
you
0
compare, you compare drawing a Soul Ring later in the game to Temple of the False God, that's fine, because Temple of the False God is 2 mana,
What's their secret?
and then you don't have to pay 1. Like, nobody wants to draw a Soul Ring late, they want to draw it early. Nobody wants to draw a Temple of the False God
so
early.
they can't waste time on the
I don't mind seeing it early as long as I'm confident I'm going to get to 5 lands. And yeah, at the point when I haven't gotten to 5 lands, then even if that was a basic, it's really
Here's
kind of
my-
I'm dead anyways.
Here's my thing in Temple of the False God. Like, by the time I get it and it's useful, I feel like I should be in a position where I shouldn't need it or rely on it. Like, I should already be fine.
And that's probably a good approach, to tell you the truth. You know, it's probably better to think about it that way than to think about, like, oh, you know, like, the thinking of it like, oh, I have to get to 7-8 mana before I can even do anything. It's like, no. Like, Commander doesn't need to be that slow. It can be, but it doesn't need to be that slow. And I think too often people are like, oh, Commander doesn't even start until after turn 7. And it's like, no, I've killed people before then.
I was gonna say, no, it doesn't.
20 seconds. You can do it. Seriously? Yeah, you can do it right now. And then at the end of it.
But, you know, Commander is viewed as battle cruiser magic. It's, you know, very slow. You know, a lot of build up to these big juggernaut slugfests, which is true. I mean, I look at a deck like Bruna. Bruna usually doesn't go off until at the earliest turn 5. But the difference is if Bruna goes off on turn 5, the game's gonna be like done by turn 7.
The thing that's different about a verbal
Unless I
expression
die. If no one kills me, then yeah, maybe the game goes longer. But if no one kills me, the game's over.
table making things awkward, or in another room taking up space. It's just you and your people. Because why would you ever share your
Alright,
vacation?
how many more of those roll queue? I need 2 more roll queue wins. So how many cards you got now, Dave?
89. 32 lands. Ian, you got any favorite lands?
For how much are reliquary towers these days?
$3.96. That is way down. Let's see, how many vampires and clerics am I running?
What's funny is you say that's way down. I remember packing tons and tons of reliquary tower when it first came out in Conflux. And I remember when it used to be like 10 cents for that card.
That would be fun. Oh, Mason is sending me something on
Back in
Discord.
my day.
No, Mason. I don't want ad luck.
But yes,
It stops
they
the
released a
creators
new
from getting
trailer.
ad revenue.
Oh, No, that is true. But the new trailer dropped for Breath of the Wild 2, Tears of the Kingdom.
Don't tell me so
I'm
much
so
about
hyped for this game.
We were watching Nintendo Direct, and Mason left when they started going talking about Breath of the Wild stuff.
Oh, is he trying to go spoiler free?
I don't know, but he left when they were talking about it.
Maybe he just got too excited. He didn't want to, creep you out.
Alright. I have 12 sorceries, 9 instants, 2 enchantments, 8 artifacts, 32 lands, 25 creatures. I need more creatures.
How many, what's your total card count right now?
89.
So you got room for 10 more. Alright, so before you go hunting for more creatures,
You got a great land for me?
We already went over your removal. Well, no, I was thinking we already went over your removal, and you had, roughly like 6-7 spot removal cards.
You added a couple
assuming you
board
already-
wipes.
Yep, I was gonna say you want to run at least 2 to 3 board wipes.
I usually run 0.
I know, but if you want to build this again with a recursion deck, it's way more viable to run board wipes.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
You will recover from them faster than your opponents will. Assuming some types of recursion, the one thing, Black has a really hard time dealing with artifacts and enchantments.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, that reminds me of a card that can deal with that I haven't put onto this list yet. I don't know what card you were gonna say, but I was
No, I
going.
was just saying. I know there's some cards that allow you to force your opponent to sack things. They still get a choice, but it at least kind of sets you on the right path.
Feed the Swarm, destroy target creature or enchantment.
There you go.
Opponent controls, and I lose life based on its mana value. But there, I have at least one enchantment removal. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn for each swamp you control. That's a fun board wipe. Unless against the will attack this creature, return creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield, then return another creature card from the graveyard to the hand. Return the card from the battlefield, flashback, sacrifice 3 creatures. Ooh. I like how I'm getting an advertisement for a TCG player, and it's like, oh, a card you viewed recently has a major price drop, Lu Bu. And I'm like, yeah, I know about its price drop. I bought it for its price drop.
I am the price.
I am the price drop. Oh, whoops. I accidentally closed that tab. I didn't want to close it. Mason just put a Shrek into the chat. Is that Mason's way of telling me he's bored and wants me to finish up?
What the hell did you just put in there?
A Shrek.
Oh god. He's just shrekking around, that's all.
Ha! Good one, Ian. What's my deck's price up to right now? $36 with $11 of that being swamps. So $25. That's not bad. Hold on, but I have to actually reanalyze because I'm now beyond 89 cards. I'm at 91 cards. Alright, 9 more cards!
Okay, sounds like you got a lot of the staples you're gonna need, so at this point you can probably run wild with getting your other stuff going.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start. That's the thing. Like, I don't have enough of a base to know, like, cool black creatures. I also threw in a Path of Ancestry because it looks like I'm running a lot of vampires. So that's just some free scrying right there.
Well, remember, everything you bring back... Oh no, Path of Ancestry only cares when you cast them. I was gonna say, remember, everything that you bring back is also a vampire.
You know, ooh, that's what I need to find. I need to find something that just does, like, a pump for vampires. A Vampire Lord.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Mason's just spamming my Discord chat now. He definitely is bored, even though he lied and said he wasn't.
He's trying to drown out all the talk of Breath of the Wild.
My favorite part of the new Breath of the Wild trailer was when they breathed into some wild creatures.
Yeah. And then there was that person that cried all over the kingdom, referencing the title, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah. They just kept showing a bunch of people crying. And there was like, oh, why are all these people crying? And then they said, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm like, oh, because everybody's just crying.
Everybody's sad because Shrek is dead. And they can no longer be all-stars.
I'm also avoiding a lot of these creatures that are like... when they enter the battlefield, each player sacrifices something.
Yeah, that's very Staxy. I don't think it's your deal.
No, like it's something that's like if you do it like like only a couple cards do it or something. It's like, oh, that's fine, but like, but I'm gonna be recurring stuff, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. You just don't want to listen to Mike complain about it.
Dude. Mike complaining about stuff is so old.
Well, the thing, part of it is that a lot of his takes are very traditional, you know, EDH takes, like, oh, I don't like poison, oh, I don't like this, you know, and it's like, alright, yeah, it's a game, dude, like, there's all kinds of stuff, you know.
Yeah, listen, I don't like poison either. I think it should be higher than 10. Maybe 15, I think would be a better number. Especially, well, I didn't think that before, when most of the Infect cards were kind of shitty. But now we've got a whole, like, Toxic mechanic.
Oh, Infect is way worse than Toxic.
Well, they both...
Toxic is, like, rebalanced poison.
Yeah, but it's like a static... It's a static number. Yeah, it is rebalanced because it's a static number. Like, if something had Infect and you just pump it up to, like, a 12-12 with Trample, that's...
Yeah.
In Death Touch, and, you know... So I get that it's rebalanced in that sense, but then it's like... It's still, like... Toxic 4 is, like, still a big number. You know?
Yeah, it is. That is a huge number.
So, which I've seen printed on, like, multiple preview cards, Toxic 4. So I'm like, okay, if we're going to rebalance... I like that we rebalanced Infect to Toxic, but, like, if we're going to put Toxic 4 on multiple cards, I think the poison threshold should be, like, a little higher. Where, you know...
Yeah,
but...
my thing is, like, Toxic is, yeah, again, powerful, but weaker than Infect. And you're supposed to be, like, quote-unquote fixing it, you know? So I'm like, okay, I get that. But, like, at the same time, it doesn't feel nearly as impactful. Like, it's way less interactive. You either just get hit and you get poisoned, or you don't get hit, or, like, you know, or whatever. Where, like, in fact, you could interact with it. You could change it. You could do things to affect it, you know, to, like, oh, I mitigate some of the damage, or I don't mitigate any of the damage. Instead, I just, you know, I buff the thing or whatever. But, like, there was options before that just, I feel like, were more interactive, and I'm big on game interaction.
Yeah, interaction is good. Mason sent me a card that he wants me to put into the deck.
What card is that?
Invoke Despair. From target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, they lose 2 life, and you draw a card. Then repeat the process for an enchantment and a planeswalker.
There you go. That'll deal with some of your problems.
That would deal with a problem enchantment or planeswalker, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in, I think. Yes, Mason, you did good. That's the kind of...
Rambo Mercies are so annoying when they fucking alt or ramble while they're alting.
That's
I
the
get
kind
it.
of...
It's probably the right play, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is the right play. You have unlimited ammo, super fast health regen, and also high mobility. Oh, hold on. What's that chain guy do again? It was... $12? I swear he has a listing that is way cheaper than $12.
Who's that?
Chainer, Dementia Master?
I don't know how many times he's been printed. He's a madness guy, isn't he?
He came up on a filter when I was filtering cards that's market price were less than $2. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, oh, he got reprinted in Dominaria Remastered.
Remastered? Oh, okay. So that's the cheap version.
When did that come out?
Pretty recently. They got packs of it at the store.
Is that different than Dominaria United?
Yeah, it is. It's like, it's a remastering of like all the cards that have come out in Dominaria. Which Dominaria is like a huge chunk of Magic's history.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that they did that then. All nightmares get +1 pay 3 life, put target creature card from the game out of the battlefield under your control. That creature is black and is a nightmare. Two types, battlefield, exile. That's the part I don't like, is that you exile everything that you brought back with him.
Yeah.
If he gets dealt with, so maybe I won't put Chainer in here. He is very popular because
stop running away from my heels.
Okay. Alright, I need to buckle down and finish this deck. Damn it. This is not something...
This Mercy just fucking killed Orisa.
This is not something I recommend necessarily, depending on the deck. But I've been really into, like, Planeswalkers. This is just me speaking out loud. So, I like to try to throw one Planeswalker into a deck if I can.
You should. Planeswalkers are really powerful. Like, insanely powerful.
There are only 3 black Planeswalkers that cost less than $1, in case you're wondering. And I think
I was clearly around the corner. God, shooter's perspective. Fall back, Orisa, fall back. Damn it. Lucia went the wrong way to help her, too. That's annoying.
I don't think I'm going to include any of these. If I like this deck, I'll put my Dreadhorde General into this deck just because I own it.
Probably be a good idea. Oh my god, how does our Orisa keep getting ganked off the map by the frickin' Roadhog? She's like the ultimate character to not allow that to happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Callous Blood Potion here.
Oh my god, this Mercy is pissing me off.
Or another creature you control dies. Each one loses one life and you gain one life. Yeah! That's something that'll be happening a lot in this deck. Ooh, what's this one? Ah.
Yeah, I love how Orisa just told me, the Kiriko, and Lucio, thanks for no heals. An area healer, and I was Pioneer with my healing of Funto like all fucking game. God.
That's when you tell him you're welcome.
Yeah, that literally our Lucio said no problem.
What can I say except you're welcome? Flying trample. You can't win the game and your opponents can't lose the game. Ew. I don't want that.
Both your healers are area healers, Orisa, and you're running away from their heals. You fucking dumbass. My god, she's so fucking bad. She was doing great in the first fucking round. Now she can't fucking do anything. Because she keeps running off to go fight people. They don't have a Junkrat. Stay on the fucking point.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. That'll be another sack outlet. Just for a seer. Why not?
No, the Vesper Seer?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think I'm doing, dipshit? Oh my god.
Okay. Alright, I think that puts me at a good number of creatures. I haven't really... What I should have been doing, I'll say this out loud, what I should have been doing is paying closer attention to my creatures' enter the battlefield effects. I don't know if I have enough good ETBs. Well, actually, I have a couple that are destroy creature when they enter the battlefield. Oh, I need Vampire Lord. Ian, do you know any Vampire Lords off the top of your head?
That Vampire Nocturnus that I told you about earlier, he's one of them, but he's a little selective. There's one that allows you to tap 5 vampires to gain control of target creature.
No, I don't want that.
I don't think he pumps though.
I'm at 30 creatures, so I actually probably need to... Forgot to put MTG. So I actually need to cut some creatures. But I'm not going to do cuts online. It's already 9:20.
This for the deck built.
Put a... Oh, that's $16. Get out of here. What's their 30, whatever? Cast vampire creature, it gains both first 3. If an opponent was dealt damage.
Oh my god, shut up, Orisa, you're at full fucking healing, you dipshit. She had like 10 missing HP and was like, I need healing. And then ran out and got herself killed using her ult. God.
Yeah, there's that one. You're not the colors I need. 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 You would be good, Bloodlord Vaskoth. Die. Exile instead.
Johnson, you're fired. Why? It's not you. It's your
He's
shirt.
good, but he's not cheap. You're not the colors I
Well, you've
need.
taken it
Yeah,
too
you're
far.
Markov.
Look at Gibson. He's wearing your true classic tee. It fits him tight in all the right places.
Creature, I don't want to do that. You're too expensive.
He looks so damn good in that shirt. He can basically do whatever the hell he wants around here.
Flying, protection from white, and then
You're a
Malekith
goddamn
limit.
stud.
Probably is life equals to more vampires. You gain life.
True
Ooh,
classic
I wonder how much
is
that
designed to
card
enhance the male
costs.
physique in all the right places. Right, Jimson? That's right, boss.
Whenever gives you
I
more
have
controls.
strong arms, but also a little bit of a gut. But you wouldn't know because I wear true classic.
That
Does
if you're a skinny guy,
put a
true
plus one
classic fits
plus
tight
one
around the
damage
arms and
vampire
accentuates
control.
your
Oh, I need to put him in the deck.
Gibson afford premium t-shirts.
Cordial
He's the worst
vampire.
salesman here, and I don't even think he can read.
Damn it, Johnson.
Alright,
no, no,
Cordial
Gibson can't
Vampire,
read.
and then I
But at least
check
he knows that
the
true classic is
price
completely
on.
affordable. And if you buy right now, you can get 20% off your first order.
I don't need to know how to read to know that over.
I literally, like, we mutually team wiped, except for me. I dropped my ult and managed to kill 2 people right at the end.
God, Johnson, I don't know how
And
anyone-
managed to hold us the fucking point.
I want a raise.
Consider it done. But wait a minute. Are those true classic pants?
That's right.
Okay.
I got them off the website, and get this.
I'm at 99 cards. I need to cut a couple creatures and probably just add lands, really.
Gibson, why can't you be more like Johnson?
So I'm gonna just add in another swamp.
Isn't it obvious? You need to go to the true classic
Okay,
website and buy
that puts me at 100 cards. I will.
Bingo! There's a deck.
There's the deck. There's version 1.1 of the deck. 34 lands. 32 creatures. So yeah, I've already acknowledged out loud on stream that I need to cut a couple creatures and add in a couple lands. But this will do for streaming Dave's deck building process. Thanks to the Baron Von Games, my magic nerd, for being here. And
Oh yeah,
telling
no
me-
problem. Well,
telling
and
me
the good
cards.
news too is that with any deck, I always say you should play at least 3 games before you decide any type of cuts, and it's even better to play a full 5 games to really get a feel for the deck, and then you can kind of like swap cards in and out.
I agree. I agree with Ian. You should run the deck and play the deck and see how it plays. See if you like how it plays. You should give it at least 3, bare minimum 3 games. I think you should give it 5. That's why I think it's cool when you go to your Magic play group with a new deck, you let it run the gauntlet, where everybody else is swapping decks and doing whatever, but you play just your deck for the entirety of that night, so you really get a feel for it.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Yes.
because you gotta get some games in, and it's good to play against different decks to see how it performs against them.
Yep. And there it is. There's our Drawn of the Last Blood Chief deck. Take out the price of the basic lands that I already own. And this deck will run you about $30. And like I said, I already own some of the cards. $30 is usually more than I build a deck for. But still, in the worlds of Magic and Commander, $30 for a deck is still dirt fucking cheap.
Oh,
So-
yes, for sure. I mean, look at it this way: the golden rule. If you build a deck and you spend more on it than a precon, and it's worse than a precon, then that deck's bad.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
And
If you
precons
build...
are about $40.
Yeah, precons are about $40. 40 to 50 bucks. And here's the thing, I will say this about Wizards of the Coast: their precons lately have been pretty good. So
I will say this: their precons. There was a very brief period where their precons weren't great, maybe a year or so. Otherwise, the precons have been solid decks the entire time they've made them.
yeah, they're getting really good with building them lately. Like with not only just being like good decks, but like being a good theme deck. Like
Yes.
not just
yes.
filled with like, oh, these are the good cards that every time a deck of these colors should run. They throw in some of those, but like they do very good at like, this commander wants to do this specific thing, and then they fill it out with a good supporting cast for that. Which
For sure.
I thank again my supporting cast, the Baron Games. Make sure you give him a follow. Nine Cypher, my moderator and pizza summoner. Make sure you follow him. And then our good buddy Mo, who did not pop in today. She lied to me. Unless the chat wasn't showing when she showed up. Lost Mojo TV, thank you. You should all follow all of us. This was actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So, maybe I'll do it again when Mason wants me to build another deck. I do have another deck that I need to build, like, ASAP, so maybe I'll do it again soon. But until then, as always, in the meantime and in between time, keep popping. Let's get out of here.
Bye.